We're talking right now about a new FDA rule that will allow people to get hearing aids without prescriptions. But a local nonprofit that helps people who have hearing loss encourages people to not rush to the stores without some testing first.
Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp has the story.
At the Center for Hearing and Deaf Services, a nonprofit with locations across Pennsylvania, including this one here in Erie, they go above and beyond to help deaf people and people with hearing loss.
Program for intellectually disabled deaf adults. We have interpreting services, which is how a lot of people know us because we provide sign language and now foreign language interpreters as well. In Pittsburgh, we have an audiologist. We have an assistive device center so that if people need amplified telephones, flashing smoke detectors, things like that, we can get those for them.
According to the FDA, close to 30 million U.S. adults could benefit from using a hearing aid, but few can afford to pay for exams and prescription hearing aids, and most insurance plans don't cover them. But recently, a new FDA ruling could remedy that. The ruling would allow people to buy them over the counter at pharmacies and stores without having to be examined by a doctor first. But this nonprofit says they are a little concerned with this new ruling.
Always great when people can get assistive devices that they need. What we see with people who go to an audiologist is if they find the hearing aid and it doesn't work exactly right, they throw them in a drawer and they say hearing aids don't work for me. And that's kind of our fear is that will happen. People go over the counter. There's not enough known yet about will these aids be able to deal with different types of hearing loss. Hearing loss is very individualized.
So even with this new ruling, the nonprofit encourages people to at least get a baseline audiogram, which is the result of a hearing test, before you buy hearing aids.
Because that will tell them where their hearing loss is or is not. And even if they're buying their hearing aid over the counter, at least they'll know what type of aid they need to help their personal specific hearing loss.
In Washington, D.C., Rachel Knapp reporting.
Now, this applies to adults ages 18 and up with mild to moderate hearing loss. President Biden says people can start buying these hearing aids over the counter as early as mid-October.